Oh shit. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. What? Oh my God. Whoa. Whoa. Oh shit. What the fuck is going on right now? They fucking Demona up. What the fuck? Look at this shit. Bro, this some next level shit right here. Look at this shit. Whoa. Look how many is coming down. Oh my God. What the fuck? Bro, it's like Independence Day out. Oh shit. What?
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
That's right. Already. Shalom, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
I'm going to start by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash. I read the brothers from down to Bay, Florida, from the camp prophets of Babylon. All right, come on, another Lord with an edifying lesson. Double said I was an apostle, great millstone, teach you well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who push this work in true sincerity, to the scattered abroad. All right, the brothers I got with me.
You call
Tazwan, Buck.
All right, and we just want to go into his lesson. All right, going into this Jake. All right, he's seen these missiles being shot from one end to another. All right, his response is what we've been telling these niggas from the beginning, man. All right, starting with the elders and apostles, great millstone and down. All right, going into it, this is going to be the natural reaction. All right, for a lot of people, man. All right, you seen in the video, he was pretty much, in shock, like, oh shit, like it's happening, like he's seen it, like, he even mentioned, like, we're in the times where, Armageddon, man. All right, and we've been telling you niggas, man, it's only gonna get much worse. All right, it's only gonna get worse and worse from this day forward, man. Okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemel Shai. All right, but these are the times we in. You got rumors of wars. Okay, you have these missiles being shot from Iran, all right, and Israel. They going at it, man. Okay, and it's only going to escalate to draw in these other nations, and next thing you know, all right, it's gonna be a whole rain day full of missiles, man. This is the times we're coming into. So hey, this is the time to seek the Lord, because all hell about to break loose. All right, you got these riots popping off in different states. Okay, you had the day was June 14th. All right, was I believe something like how go something with the king.
no king protest.
No king protest the water. Okay, and you had these people out there protesting down here in Tampa. Thousands of people gathering together. Okay, protesting. All right, you seeing a lot of uproars in these times too. All right, against people against their system. All right, so we're in the times where it's gonna get worse and worse. We're gonna bring it back. You got something?
Yeah. I was gonna make a quick point through the spirit, because the thing with no kings protest is the scripture that says they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
That's right. So, and we're gonna grab that too, because this is all leading to what we've been telling you when it goes back to these scriptures. You see, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is stirring things up within the earth, man. All right, within these people, okay, within these individuals, all right, that's going about their daily life so casually, but now they're starting to come to reality. America's falling right before your eyes, okay, and it's over.
Yep. Yeah, in that video, with the missiles, where you can clearly hear Jake and they're crying out. That's in Demona, Israel. Okay. So he was over there in Israel, and he seen them missiles touching down, and he got an up close glimpse. I don't know what made Jake think he'll be all right to be out there right now. You know, it's not like we going to the homeland right now, man. Okay, there's things that must come to pass, and if you think you're safe over there, you were definitely wrong, man.
Hey, well, to back you up, people be going over there, okay, to Israel, all right, for tourist reasons only. All right, some people might try to go over there and stay, or they just go look at certain, certain places where they can visit, all right, for vacation wise, biblical purposes, going to certain things like that, all right, like historical purposes. So people be over there, man. People done booked goddamn Airbnbs and, hotels. So they in there, goddamn, place sleeping and chilling. And then you see missiles raining, Yeah. Hey, to them, that's terrifying. To us, that's exciting. Because we're seeing the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. It's ruled for so long. All right? Yep. Go ahead, bring it back. You was done with that?
Yeah, I wasn't reading nothing.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, and we've been hearing of rumors of wars. Okay, we've been hearing these things, barking at each other, these two major big players. Okay, Russia, Iran, all right, even America, okay, China, all these big major players, okay, of the food chain, been barking at each other. They've been threatening each other, okay, simultaneously. Okay, so we've been seeing this continuously within these times that we're living in. A lot of people don't think, they're gonna see all hell break loose within their lifetime. All right, no, not in my lifetime. When you about to come into a state of reality. Yep. The fantasy that you're living in, Eve living in the fantasy, all that is about to hit these people very, very hard. Just like these missiles when they hit in, okay, ground zero, okay, hey, it's gonna shake shit up. And that's what the Lord's doing. He's shaking this place up. Okay?
Well, the scriptures say the least of the flock shall draw them out. So these small countries going to draw out the big boys. So you're looking at these little countries that's going to war with each other. You're thinking, it's not here yet, or it's not going to be here, or they don't want no smoke with us. But these are America's allies. Russia's allies is fighting. China's allies is fighting each other. They're going to basically provoke a bigger battle. Okay, so you may not feel it now, but it's going to get to a point where these little countries are going to get attacked so severely that America's going to have to jump in.
Right.
Russia's going to have to jump in. China's going to have to jump in. And then it's going, before you know it, it's going to be the fateful war that was, designated for that day,
That's right, because you got Russia backing up Iran, and you got America, U.S., okay, backing up Israel. Okay, and Ukraine. So, hey, it's just really backing the America up, okay, in a tight position. Okay, it's just really tightening them up and backing them up in a tight position right now, which is gonna have to, like the brother said, draw them out. You see?
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Okay, so we're gonna see these things coming. We're going to see it happening, all right? But the end is not yet. It's still more things to come according to prophecy, all right? It's a lot more to happen, which we are instructed to wait patiently for, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man, all right? So, yeah, we're getting excited, but the same as the serious times we in, man. And it's only going to get worse, okay? So, bring it back again.
It says, See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right, the end is not yet. Okay, there's still things of prophecy still need to be fulfilled. That's it on that? There's more.
There's more on it.
Go ahead.
It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famine and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
That's right. So you're going to see famine. Okay, you're going to see earthquakes. Okay, and you're going to see pestilence in diverse places. Okay, and we're seeing that this place, America, is leading to where it's going to have all these things hitting rapidly, man. very soon you got these people having uproars in the world, okay, all around the world. France, I forgot other couple places it was deemed that happened, okay. But right now you're seeing the spirit on these people are standing against their authorities. They're going against their governments. They're going against the higher ups, okay. What is this leading to? You got places of supermarkets, okay, big businesses, all right, family businesses, all being burned down in cities, man. All right, which is going to be a lack of control over the people, okay. Meaning they're going to have to start putting sanctions, okay, with on products and on businesses, all right, to cut things off. That's why you see these military troops out there right now.
And that's already happening.
Yeah.
Because of these tariffs that Trump imposed. He basically declared war on all the countries he imposed tariffs on.
Well, that stirred up a lot of shit.
Yeah, because that's an economic battle. That's an economic war. So now you're attacking another country's bank. You're attacking their pockets. You're attacking their wallet. They're going to feel some way about this. You're basically going in their wallet and saying, this is what you got to pay me if you want to continue to feed your nation. If you want your nation to continue to thrive, you got to pay me more.
Right. And America itself already in huge debt. So how you around here barking at people for you already in debt,
Right.
to these same people you barking at. So that's a slap in the face. You see? It's more than that.
Yeah. Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
That's right. So all these are the beginning of sorrow. So it's only reaching towards the beginning of these things. Okay? Where it's coming to the last of this kingdom standing for so long.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right. Scripture says, woe to them, okay, that dwell therein. Woe meaning what? Destruction. Okay? Death and destruction.
God.
All right? You got many of people who are about to who been trusting in this place for so long, about to walk into a goddamn brick wall, man, on flames. Okay, because this place that they trusted in for so long is going to start to fail them. So it says, woe to them that dwell therein. Okay?
That's right. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
And that's right. So the closer, the more these things heat up, the closer we're getting to, the Lord judging these people. Okay? And that guy basically got a taste of what's to come, shortly after, man. And these things aren't to shake us up. These things are faith boosters to us.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just the Lord confirming our faith. And meanwhile, everybody else is going to be in the spirit of perplexed, distressed, because what they know as society is about to collapse.
Yeah, the scriptures say the beast to tear, the sword, death, pestilence, all these things are created for the wicked.
Mm-hmm. That's
And we ain't got to worry about that because the Lord accounted us righteous. Even though our righteousness are as filthy rags, He still accounted us righteous in these bodies of flesh, man.
Right.
It says,
That's why the scriptures say, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability in these times, to back the brothers up, because all this is going on, but the Lord has bestowed that wisdom, understanding, knowledge, that spirit to be comforted in these times amongst certain men. All right, that's going to be trusting and counting on Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, which the Lord gonna come through for those men, as the scripture says. The scriptures, Lord say, He gonna save those and save in the time of affliction, and there's many more scriptures to add on. But just to sum it up for time, but we're in that time where the Lord's gonna work, man. He's gonna put things into motion.
That's right.
And we're gonna give all glory and praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai for it, man, because this is only a sign, all right, to us, letting us know that we're getting closer and closer to getting out of here. Go ahead.
It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
That's it. War. Okay. One people standing up and fighting against another, and you have different classes of war. You have civil war, you have world war. All right. And America is about to get dragged into something that they're not going to be able to escape, man. Okay. What you asking that?
A race war.
Race war.
Civil unrest.
Civil unrest, yeah. And that's what's happening now. You have a civil unrest, okay, because people are not liking the way they're being treated, in particular the Northern Kingdom. Okay, but you have all these different things and commotions going on. Meanwhile, you have other affairs taking place across the damn world.
Right.
All right, that you about to get drug into. Meanwhile, the people that's within your country is already warring against one another.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so at any moment, like the elder Ash always goes into, any day now, life can change forever.
Just
know,
like just what
who's
the
to say?
C9
Who?
Yep.
Oh, Salaki.
No, you got us locked.
Who's to say that Trump can't say, okay, well, we're on the brink of World War III. You have civil unrest in the country. We're about to declare martial law. Curfews going out. Who's to say he can't do that?
Well, he did that with L.A.
Yep.
He put certain sanctions on certain things, and it didn't say what there was going to be a curfew from this time to this period. And if people don't follow by these things, consequences going to take place.
You'll be met with force.
You see?
Yep, and draconian laws. Hey,
exactly.
You had a video of a guy saying, F the police, and they all stopped, turned around, and said, arrest that guy. And like 10 police officers jumped on this guy and his wife, took him to jail.
Yeah.
That means no First Amendment, which is in martial law. You have no amendments.
Right. There's a video that's out of a woman breaking curfew in LA, and they shot her ass with a rubber bullet in the stomach, man. A point blank range. They made her walk across the street to get up close to them so they could shoot her ass, man.
Wow.
Okay, so it's not the time to be laxy daisy and prolonging things and just putting this truth off. Now you got to be closer to the Lord than ever, because He's about to start delivering those that He remembers, delivering those that He recognizes. And if you ain't tending to the Lord or paying your respects to the Lord by doing these lessons, but studying, praying, fasting, guess what? The Lord ain't gonna know you. He's gonna say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." When you gonna need help in that time, and you think that you can just call the name of the Lord and you ain't been doing nothing the whole time, it's not gonna work. So it says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right. So these people are going to be taking actions in their own hands, man. Okay, swords in their own hands. Like I said, civil unrest. You seen these people, they've been armed, all right, without these riots, man. They're being armed, okay? They're being given these certain goddamn equipments that's military equipment. And they've been doing what? Using it against their own authorities. These people have been taking these actions in their own hands, and they've been using it, okay, to show and demonstrate that they ain't going for it no more.
Wow.
They say, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't gonna let you keep treating us like this and treating these people like this. At one point, these people were told and given that they had rights, and now it's being stripped from them. Right. So that is going to give these people the fuel to turn against what they once trusted in, man.
Yep.
Okay, because you have shown lack of what's the word? You have shown them that you are not going to be able to support them as much. Not reliable. That's right.
Trustworthy.
Yeah.
And that's what people are coming to realize, is that their government is full of crap. What they've been taught, it's all bull crap, bro. And the closer we get to the end, people are going to revolt more and more. It's going to be worse. It's going to wax worse. You know.
And then they made it seem like everybody is welcome to come into America, but now you're kicking out hundreds of thousands of people
that's been here before your ass even got over here.
Right. Exactly. And these people you don't see just immigrants at these. There's not immigrants at these protests, man. These are citizens that are they're protesting, that's rioting, that's destroying these buildings and going against government, because they may have had immigrant friends that got taken away from them, immigrant loved ones that got taken away from them. Okay, or maybe they just support the movement. All right, and they're gonna find any reason to cause up to stir up that sedition against the government, man. The uprising and that uproar. But this is all prophecy.
Yeah. And you had it with the mayor, I believe, of Chicago. He was, expounding on it. He was like, how you let these Ukrainians come over here, with no problem. Then when it comes to these immigrants coming over here, it's all a problem. Not word for word, but summing it up. He not finna say something to people who have been, robbed and pillaged from their own land, and then turn around. You have these people who not from over here come over here freely. So how much more for those who are stationed over here? Like, nah, man. Yeah. This shows you that this shit is ass backwards, man. It shows you. Excuse my French.
Shows you that history is repeating itself. Esau waged war on you once. He gonna wage war on you again. He really want to get rid of it, and it begins with the Northern Kingdom, but then it's going to transfer somehow, some way to the Southern Kingdom.
Well, that's why they letting these riots get out of control the way they are.
Yeah, because Scripture says Judah is a lion's whelp. Who shall rouse him up? You know, once Judah gets, Judah starts supporting the northern kingdom, because Judah ain't just gonna sit back and watch that shit. Eventually, it's gonna come a time where Judah gets involved, because Judah is intermingling with the northern kingdom now. You got you never see a northern kingdom woman, she with a Judite man, or you see a northern kingdom man, he with a Judite woman.
Right.
So the tribes are intermingled again, and Esau knows that, so he trying to draw them in ultimately to overthrow you.
Right. And to clarify that for those who are new listeners and not understanding, all right, those who are so-called considered Hispanic, okay, or Spanish, all right, they are that northern kingdom, man.
Native American.
Okay, Native American, all right, and those who are so-called blacks, okay, is that southern kingdom, Judah and Levi, okay, and Benjamin, which would be the Jamaicans, okay, or Levi being the Haitians. Just to clarify up, man.
Yep.
Because you are seeing it popped off with the Haitians as well, the so-called Haitians. You see, so we're just showing you through the spirit prayer about Shemar Shah, we're in the times where it's only gonna get worse for our people, man.
Hey, the beautiful brother Amwan dropped a video in the chat earlier, which I did a lesson on, where the guy was coming out saying it's all about you, blacks of America. It's all about you. War has been waged over you. Billions of dollars have been spent to keep these truths from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that right now the things that are happening is because of who? Jake. It's all about
Controversy
you.
of Israel.
That's right. The controversy of Zion. We're gonna grab these our last precepts because we kind of pressed for time.
I got a precept right quick.
Let me finish this real quick.
Come on.
It says, verse 16: For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Yeah, the course of their actions going to stand in their power. They got the power to go, revolt. Esau gave them the power to have that First Amendment, but now he wants to take it away because it's fallen upon himself. All right, they had that Second Amendment right, but now he wants to take that away too. Sure. And these civilians, these Americans, they not going for that, man. They're not going to sit here and watch their rights be stripping from them. Here you have it. America is known as the land of the free, but then you come over here and you realize that your ass restricted from you're restricted from a lot of things. You don't have freedom of speech, okay? Because if you try to speak against this government, they'll silence you.
That's right. That's right, and that's why these people are revolting, man. That's why they snapping in these streets. You see them going ham in these streets because at this point they don't give a damn no more.
Yeah.
And Esau, on him, that he not gonna let a good crisis go to waste. He gonna utilize it to his advantage, just like he utilized when he wrote these constitution rights and wrote these laws that he have, because he said the scripture says that. All right, Isaiah 10:1, if I'm not mistaken, where he those unrighteous decrees which he prescribed.
Yep.
You see,
he described because it benefited him for that period.
Exactly.
But now it's not benefiting him anymore. He wants to strip it away.
Yep.
It don't benefit you to have people that First Amendment right, the freedom of speech. It doesn't benefit you now, because now people got podcasts. Everybody has a platform where they can speak out against you. Now you want to strip these things away.
That's right.
In particular, the brothers.
That's right. I got a little bit more on that.
Tazwan was reading.
That was it, Ahmad?
That was it.
I got a precept. This is Revelation 12 and verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. Okay, that dragon being Esau, Edom, and that woman being Israel. It says, went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Okay, so Esau ultimately wants to wage war on us again. Okay, in particular, the brothers. And he's going to find a way to do so. All right, it says, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which is the spirit of prophecy. And everything that we're witnessing right now is prophecy. So it's nothing for us to, be afraid of or shooken up about. Ultimately, it's ultimately, going to boost our faith, knowing that everything we've been taught and we've been learning, okay, it's true.
That's right. Hey, if you can grab 2 Thessalonians where it says, and through the spirit of his mouth, to back you up, and we can close it out with that. Okay, because this is what they hate. This is what they despise. This is what they are mad about. This is what they are trying to keep us from, continue to build upon. But it's going to happen regardless, baby. Okay? This word going to go forth to four corners of the earth. All right? And all hell going to come upon this place, man.
The earth is shaking up, bro.
Right.
Esau scrambling.
Hey, the end is manifest, man.
Yep.
These are the signs. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then,
Hey, rather this devil try to orchestrate it himself, or rather he try to make a plot twist, whatever scheme a part of it, it don't matter. You still fulfilling what needs to be done.
that's it.
All right, go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
That's right. So this is what's happening to this devil, man. That's why he's scrambling with his head cut off like a chicken, and he can't figure out what to do, and he getting backed up in the corner, and he's starting to make up mistakes and fuck up because he's starting to get pressed by this word through the spirit and power by Shema Shai, man.
Panicking.
He panicking like a dog in the corner with rabies.
When he backed into a corner, he gonna revert back to them primitive instincts.
A beast.
Yeah.
He gonna start to lash out. He gonna start to fumble.
He gonna revert back to that sword.
His tongue gonna fall upon himself. That's why you got these whistleblowers.
Yeah.
Hey, his kingdom is falling right before his eyes and his hands. He can't do nothing about it.
Can't do nothing about it.
He fumbling. Yeah, but that's it, man. All right.
It goes on to say one more precept.
Yeah.
Verse 9, it says, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right, and that's what these elites, man.
Yep.
You know, these elites that did all that extra shit, but now you done deceived for so long, but it's coming to an end.
Yep.
It's over. The game is rigged.
Yep.
Okay? Yahweh Shema Shai already set it up where it was supposed to happen and perfectly how it's supposed to happen.
Whew.
Okay? And it's a beautiful thing that brothers were able to play a beautiful part in ushering in that beautiful kingdom, man. That these devils will never, ever, ever be able to see. You know? They might be able to see it, but they ain't gonna be able to experience it.
Yeah, well, Esau's at the end of his rule, man.
Yeah.
You know.
He in his heavens right now. You know?
But he watching it being taken away from him every day. Every day, you finding out some new shit.
Yeah.
You seen the chariots, war is brewing, okay? And he's still thinking his prideful heart that he has some type of control, and he coming to realize he has no control.
Right. And that's what's gonna make him lash out.
That's gonna make him lash out when he just realizes, fuck it.
Right. Yeah. Hey, and that's the point. That's it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Hey, so we're gonna close it out, man. Lord willing, this list was edifying and straight to the point. All right, for sake of time, we're gonna close it out. But, we're gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, and Hakadash. Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.